Okay, we're live. Good. Let's get on with it. We got a few people coming in, I'm sure. It says 2 people here so far. We got Ant. Of course, he always stops in early. Oh, there he is. And we got Lincoln Central. Okay. Well, I did an experiment. That's not where I want to be. Did an experiment yesterday trying to do some kind of live show on Facebook. But dude, they are so limited. Look, I got the big picture here, right? I can zip over to this other one. I got the little picture over there. I can point to it. There's so much more versatile here. Plus, you get the chat. It works right. Facebook is not set up for doing live presentations, I can tell you that. So we'll stick with this, and it'll work. But it's a good place to announce stuff coming up, which I meant to do, but I got sidetracked with that cat. Hidden says, good afternoon, Professor Peavey, the Coin Show in Schaumburg. Where's Schaumburg? Was cool. Wish you were there. Me too. Schaumburg, I'm going to guess Pennsylvania. That's like a German Pennsylvania sort of name, I think. Okay, that was a flop. Oh, geez, I was such a flop, I had to delete the whole thing. That Facebook Live. God, no. Get in, make an announcement. It's a boy! And get the hell out of there. Because it is unfunctional. There's Dana. We got Randy Collins. Good to see you, people. We got some new names in here. Outside of Chicago. Yeah. Real friendly town. Big shoulders and all. You know that? Right outside Chicago. Okay. Geez, I've never been to Chicago. Been to Indiana. No further west, though. Mostly just, you know, I've destroyed the East Coast. A lot of counties I can't go into. But that's got nothing to do with the law. It's a sheriff thing. Daughter, you know, just don't come back. Don't let me see your face. No problem. I'm gone. I grew up in Chicago. Very good. Okay, what we got here today, we're going to have a coin class. We're going to talk about common mistakes that new people make. Because, well, I'm looking around the Coin Up group and some of these other groups on Facebook where people are giving advice to people. And there's a lot of frustration, a lot of impatience. You have new people all over the place. We're making fantastic strides here with this hobby. Getting out the YouTube videos. A whole bunch of people have videos. And also these Facebook groups where you can take a picture of your coin. Hold on, computer's freaking out. Okay, you take a picture of your coin and put it around the world in moments. Right? I don't care what it is. It's a quarter. It's a penny. I got a penny over here. There you go. You can take a picture of it with your phone because digital technology reached a point where you can get good quality photos, put them up. A lot of people can look at it and you can say, hey man, is this $1 billion coin? And oh gosh, the strides we're making. We've got thousands and tens of thousands of people in some of these groups. You got some of these coin channels with tens of thousands of subscribers. Some of them are getting pretty good information. You got some folks are passing out some information that's kind of questionable. So what we need to do is teach the teachers, and that's a trick all by itself. How do you teach the teachers? Well, first you have to explain that patience is important. You got to be patient because we got a lot of new people, a lot of them coming online because the technology is available, and they don't know as much perhaps as you do. So we have to find a way to bring them up to speed with what's going on. Oh, let's see. I got a couple pictures lined up here. Let's see if we can make this work. This could be a trick. Okay, I go from here to there to here. Then I click on. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? I click on that. There you go. And then I click back on this. Okay. Here you go. This is Michael Hale. Now I'm not trying to embarrass him or anything. He posted this in the Coin Up group on Facebook. And well, it's a simple question. He just wondered, can anyone tell me what this is? And well, I have to guess that this refers to these little marks right here. And you'll see these. And this is what I'm talking about. People, they're not quite experienced. Is this something special? What's going on with my coin? And we gotta find a way to exercise patience with these folks because let's face it, they just don't know. It's up to us to tell them. Okay, so I got a quarter here. Because what you saw in that penny is a common thing. You got to realize these coins are treated much of the time, but not all the time, much of the time the same way, right? They come through these hoppers, the mint, they go into the big sacks, they go to a, a place, outside of Chicago where they get put into another hopper, rolled into these rolls. And their experience is they're getting the same sort of treatment all the time. So you get the same sort of marks. They go from there, they go to banks, they go to stores, they end up in your pocket change, right? They jingle around your pockets, they go into cash registers. Really, the money, it's in the same places. In Maine, it's in the same places it is in California. It's in your pockets, it's in your purse, it's in your change jar, right? It's in the till in stores. So it's not unexpected that these coins are going to have similar troubles. Now, what I just showed, let's get back to that because I rambled here. Okay, he's got these 3 marks here. And if you get some experience, you can learn what this stuff is. See, how do I find my way back? Go here, and I go there. Is that right? Then I go to there. There you go. That's the marks off the edge of a quarter. Right? Now, the way that quarter is shaped and the size of it, you're only going to get about 3 marks, sometimes just 2, that show up on that other coin. That's the edge, the reeded edge of that quarter. I can't see it. Hitting another coin, and it leaves these consistent marks because the coins are handled the same. They're working their way around the economy in a similar way all the time. So you get these 2 or 3 marks. I had another example here. There it is, a little stretched out on his face. These are other coins hitting, these are quarters hitting another coin. The quarters are a little bigger. And I think I might have had one here. There you go, there's a couple of marks right there. Those are contact marks from another coin hitting the coin you're looking at. And we can actually drop this. Let's see if I can line that up right. And I missed. There you go. Let's see if we can see that. Should be on the right side. Should be up here. Nah, poor example. Well, no matter. You can do it at home and you can reproduce those marks. Just one coin hitting another. But we have these people, they're asking about, simple things. They're new, they're inexperienced, they don't know. And if we can teach people to teach them, we got a good chance of getting lots of people, more people involved in the hobby. And the bigger the hobby gets, well, the better, because there's only so many coins to go around. And if you have a lot of them, that means the prices go up. There's Chef. Let's see, Bill J's in the house. Aunt M. Aunt. It used to be Aunt M. Okay, there's a bunch of folks here. Tim Holmes. So what I want to talk about is common mistakes these new people make, and how we can answer them right, how we can answer them well, and so we can go out and go forth and well, first off, identify what they're talking about, because a lot of times you don't know what they're talking about. They're not experienced enough to answer the question properly, or ask a question properly, I meant to say. Okay, Randy. Well, I'm looking over here in the comments. I ignore the ones where they don't even bother to look up something to ask a direct question. You're going to get that, really. You have to stick with them. Don't give up on them, whatever you do. I got plenty of different photos here to play with. If I can figure out how this works. Why doesn't it work right? There. Okay, it just takes a long time to work. All right, you get people that are not sure of what they're asking about. Let's see, I go to the screen. There's the screen. Then I go to the picture. And I should click on the picture. Here's a feller. They're not sure the terms being used. He says, here's a decent cud. Well, kinda. It's a broken die. It's a chip in a die. But it's not a cud. But it is a decent die chip. That's what you call a BIE. It's a chip in the letters in Lincoln in Liberty. I get an actual coin here. I can show you what that where it is. But there's some terms involved, and you're going to see them thrown around, and they'll show a shiny coin and say, "Look, I got a proof." Oh, Jesus! It's tough sometimes. I pull my hair out, but it's all gone now anyway. So we've got to work our way around. That's a buy error. It's a die chip. Okay, here's another one. This one calls it an error. Oh, where's my cup? I'll have to use this one. Well, I don't know what these are, but we'll get in there. Okay, go back home. Okay, I need this one, then I need that one. Then I need this one. There we go. I just dumped this stuff up. There's lots of terms that are being misused. Okay, let's say this is the face of the die, right? That's going to be my planchette, so I'm stamping that die. And I've done this one before late at night. Okay, you got the metal in here. This is design. It's going to be like Abe Lincoln in there, right? This is a really neat one. Something like that. That's a die chip. Okay. Let me expand this so it comes out easy to see. I'll probably cut myself. Sometimes a simple demonstration is the most dangerous. There we go. Anybody know CPR? Okay, there. And that is a die crack, where the die, the face of the die, just kind of cracks. And on the coin, you're going to see a raised edge. Now, if it's dug into the coin, that'd be a chip. Okay, then you have that would be a cud. All right. On the face of the coin, all you see is a little bit. On the die, there's a whole side blown out, broken off. That's the cud. The cud is, this is the cud. Okay. That's a cud die. On a coin, it's going to look like a die chip. Remember that little one? There's a little one. All right, so like a die chip that connects at the edge. All right. But it only looks like a die chip at the edge because there's a whole piece of that die that is just gone. That's what a cut is. So the terminology, it's important, but well, as long as you understand it, you got a chance. There's people out there that don't understand it. We have to explain it to them. CFA no shows up here. CFA comes by all the time. Oh, he's here now. Look, we've got a shirt. I better turn the camera so we get his T-shirt in there. Yeah, you can't buy those shirts. I think you can only either win them or trade for them. They're hard to get. These, I got to pay for these. Yeah, they don't give them to us because I'm they. Okay, let's see who else is here. Blockhead's here. Beth Coddington. There's Fluffy. Beth was putting together a play recently. I guess she was the director. Knowing her, it had to be a comedy. Come on. What kind of play was it, Beth? All right, but that's a cud. Okay, let's see what else we got. Common mistakes by newbies. They put up their coin. They say, man, what's the best way to clean this? And this just is very tough, very tough. Let me get to these photos here. Why does this not respond? I hate this computer. Okay, there's one. I got like 20 photos ready, and I need to select them differently to make this. I go back home. There's home. Then I go here. Then I go to the screen. Okay, this guy asked the same question a couple of times. I'm at the screen. There it is. Can we see that? Yeah, we can. Is W40, which I'm going to guess is WD40, is that bad for coins? Oh, God, people, don't clean coins. Let's find our way home again. Home. Then I go here. Then I go to there. Don't clean your coins, by God. Seriously, I could explain why. I've done it many times. We're always going to come up with this question. What's the best way to clean this coin so it shines? You're never going to get these coins back to the way they used to look like, you know, when they were brand new. This is beautiful. This is the kind of thing I want to clean, hoping and expecting that they can turn this guy into that guy, but it's never going to happen. Once they get grimy and filthy, they're going to stay that way. There you go. Ant has a perfect answer. I was hoping to get that. See, here's Coins for Amateur here. He says, don't clean coins. You don't have to explain it. There's plenty of long explanations out there. But when you get this one, only clean coins with coarse sandpaper and acid. You get that. You always get people that are going to come up with these, you know, do it with a wire brush. You're darn right. They're going to tell you, dip it in, you know, use use toothpaste or lemon juice or vinegar or whatever else, whatever solvent is somewhere in the house. Coca-Cola comes up a lot. Uh, the museums don't really use, Coca-Cola to clean priceless artifacts. Really, you can get into it with them and explain, but really the best way to get people to not clean coins is explain it as best you can, and remind them that years of experience have gone into the understanding of why not to clean coins, and trust that judgment for now, because eventually they're going to understand. Oh, improper handling. Where'd my experimental go? Here we go. Hopefully we can see this. I got a couple of these. All right. You're going to get improper handling. This is a common mistake made by newer people. Alrighty. Here's a new penny. And they're going to show you that new penny. This is going to bother a lot of people, I can tell. All right, they want to show you this new penny. Look at it. They rub it. This kills me. My mother did this. She'd take a penny and she'd go like this. She'd caress it as if it was to, make it better or some darn thing. This screws up coins. This is awful. Now I got a couple of these things, right? You've seen them before. They're big, they're bold, they're beautiful. But I went ahead and touched up a couple of them because I want to make a point. And it's going to be hard to see, but we're going to make it work. All right? Your fingerprints are going to screw up a coin. I'm going to put it under here now. That's not what I want. All right, we'll zoom out a little. Just touching it with your fingers is going to screw it up. There you go. See the little black spots and the swirls and whirls? Yep, you can use this photo to put me in prison because those are my fingerprints on this thing. And that's what your fingerprints will do to a coin. This is probably 2 to 3 months old. I took them out and figured them up pretty good. And in 2 to 3 months, I took a piece of copper that was gleaming. Where the hell did that glove go? I need to clean my desk. No. Is that the thumb? I think it's the pinky. There we go. Pair of gloves. Seriously, our skin is highly acidic. Well, it's not so much the skin, it's the stuff that comes through your skin. As long as you're alive, right? Your fingers, your armpits, right? They're sweating. They're putting out little bits of oil. Maybe you don't handle the coins with your armpits. And you're probably not getting a whole lot of sweat through your fingerprints. Come on. But as long as you're alive, you can wash your fingers. There. But you're still going to get these bits of oil. They need to keep, your body needs to keep your fingerprints moist. You can't see that. Okay, here's one that's not been touched up, not been fingered up. And oh man, these are gorgeous when they're brand new, right? This is copper. Now copper's highly reactive. That's the thing about copper. It's got a lot of great uses, but it reacts with everything. Dude, it reacts with the atmosphere. Over time, they'll darken. Here's one that's dark. What is that, 185? Yeah, that was brand new and shiny once, but over time, it's going to darken. Right? When they're brand new, they shine like a new penny. That's not it. There we go. There's a brand new one. And it's glorious. But in a couple of months, if you touch it with your fingers, gum it up, you're going to start to get these blemishes, these darker areas. And these dark areas are going to continue to get darker and darker and darker for years. That's not it. And this one's also been fingered up. I don't think I did as good a job on this one. That said something funny. I missed it. Something wrong with that one? Okay, that's just smudged on one side. But over time, the fingerprints are going to show up and they're going to turn into these black splotches, much like you see around the T. You wash your hands, 10 minutes later, 10 minutes is all it takes. You can wash your hands, you can dry them, you can double wash them. But in 10 minutes, you're going to get the oils coming back to your fingers. So if you're handling brilliant uncirculated coins, rare coins, valuable coins, or someone else's coins, put on a glove, right? I can't see anything. I talk about this one repeatedly, but the way you handle the coins, pick them up by the edges. There you go. You can pick up that whole coin with just, if you don't have gloves, pick them up by the edges. Because people see you doing this, they're going to flip out, baby. Questions. Can someone in chat correctly describe a VAM? A VAM is Van Allen and Malice. I forget Van Allen's, it's George Malice. The two of them did a lot of studying on the Morgan and Peace dollars. And they come up with hundreds, probably thousands of die varieties for Morgan and Peace dollars. Take their initials, Van Allen, VA, plus Malice is the M, and you get VAM. And that's what they call, all these die varieties. They have silver Washingtons, no state or ATB. People are getting ahead of me. Kenny or Blast just stopped in a bit to say hello. Hello! Good to see you, Tomoko. Keep doing whatever you're doing. My wife drives a van to pick up the kids at school. Oh. Well, anyway, how you handle the coins will affect their value over time. It doesn't take much to screw up. You get a brand new penny, and you start doing this to it, and well, all you're doing is just smudging it up. It's going to be screwed up. Sorry, Ken, says Mud. A VAM. You guys are killing me here. All right. So handling your coins is important. How you store them is critical as well. Now, there's this guy. I'm back. We were doing a job somewhere at a paper mill somewhere. This temp labor. We got to talking, and he pulls a silver dollar, a Morgan, out of his pocket. It's kind of worn. You can barely make it out. I said, "Oh man, that's nice. What are you doing with that?" "Oh, I collect them." "Yeah? How many you got?" "Oh, I got a bunch of them. I keep them in a jar." Oh God. Okay. Where the hell did that piece of cardboard go? I had it out. Okay. There's holders you can make. You can go to the bank and you can get those deposit envelopes. And you take your coin and you stick it in that envelope. Right? It's going to hold it neat, flat. Right? You can stack your coins, but you're not rubbing one coin against the other. Right? It's not in a jar. It's not being shaken around. Here you go. Oh God, these get heavy. You put your coins in a jar. You get a jar full of Morgan dollars, and you. No. All those little marks, right? We talked about that. All the little marks that are going to get on from one coin to another, just because they're scraping, they're jostling around in your pocket, right? You drop it into the cash register. Have a nice day. Thank you for shopping Walmart. These all add a little bit of wear, and a lot of times a little tiny bit of damage, little marks. Let me throw this over here. Get these little tiny marks in your coins. No. There it is. And you'll see them. This is a fairly new coin. Where'd my stick go? There. I got a new stick. You get these little contact marks. It's not wore out or nothing, but you get these little, just took a little hit. Just a little scratch from contact with another coin. These are contact marks. There's one on the edge. And the more of these you have, the less value of the coin. And seriously, it doesn't take a whole lot to... There's one right here, nice little contact mark. That's all that is. But as you get into, is this coin better than that last one? And you get into the higher grades, these little tiny marks really count. And it's when the coin is of such high grade, when they look and say, "Oh, it's got a mark," and that could be, half the price. That could be, $500 difference in a coin because it has the mark or doesn't have the mark. So maybe you found something rare, something valuable. Your grandfather left you some coins behind. Get them out of that jar. get them into some kind of holder. If it's an envelope, you can cut your own pieces up. And I had a, here it is. There you go. We made this thing in a class home. There you go. We made this not too long ago. It's a piece of cardboard. It's a template, right? I got 2 inches by 2 inches on the bottom, in the middle, right? That's 2 inches, 1 inch out of the corners. But I can take that thing, trace it on a piece of paper, right? Cut it out and fold it up and make a little envelope to put a coin in. And there's a video on that. You're going to find a link down below that'll take you to my my blog. Well, actually, look, it's right here, 1 Million Pennies Project.blogspot.com, and you can find a picture of this piece of cardboard. And there's enough there that you can make your own holders. If you don't want to make them, oh, let me set that down. You can purchase the darn things. They're out there, all sorts of things. There's cardboard with mylar windows. They're cut to fit whatever coin you like, a penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half. Right? You can get plastic flips, but you got to watch out because some of them are kind of cheap, and you've got to get the unplasticized, right? PVC free. Now they're a bit stiffer like this, and they're available, and your coin will slip right in. Just like that. There you go. See, your coin is protected. They're real low on their coefficient of friction, if that means anything. It means it's not going to damage your coin. Now you can print up, if you like, little slips of paper. I got this little thing. It's a wonderful piece. Came from Mantic Coins. Da-da-da. Now, are you in here, Mantic? Yeah, we're talking about you again. Okay. A printer and a pair of scissors, piece of paper, and you can put your little coin into that holder, label it, have it look professional. I build stuff in my sleep. I got to make some shelves next. Now I had another one here somewhere. Where'd the hell did that go? Oh, here's one that CoinUp did. Here's a Dustin Morgan's brand. There you go. Look familiar? There you go. Now he's got different things in the back. You can add lines, tell you what it is, where it is, when it is, date, mint mark, grade, and then you can keep your coins neat and tidy. They're not rubbing on each other. They're not bouncing around. They're not dropping out and falling across the floor and into the floor grate where the air conditioner comes out. And be creative. You can print your own stuff. Get your own logo and design going. Where'd that other one I had go? Geez, I just had one. There's so much stuff here. There you go. CJ's taking it to another level. All right, you got these 2x2 acrylic holders. These are solid babies. He's taking out that foam insert. All right, this one would fit like an Eisenhower dollar. He's taken that out and he's put it in a 3D printer. And so you have a Connecticut quarter. This will fit a quarter. Here's one. There you go. That's it. See, did you see the way I touched that with my finger? Well, don't do that. Stand by. Having a collapse of equipment here. There you go. That's kind of a neat. It doesn't fall out. But that fits inside the little holders. Now, if you want some of those, well, you could either get your own 3D printer or just get a hold of CJ and say, hey, man, because he can do magic with these things. He's going to build houses with that 3D printer. And now you have something truly unique for your collection. All right, whoops, dropped it. Don't worry about that. There you go, CJ's Coins and Crafts. And you'll find his link in the description as well. But how's that for a way to store your coin? These, I prefer the plastic. A lot of people like the cardboard. I got some around here somewhere, I swear to Christ. Yeah, here's one. Nope, there's one. That's the cardboard flip. A piece of cardboard, you can write on it. Right, the windows are cut for whatever denomination they're like. There you go. Comes in 2x4. You put your coin in, fold it over, and then you staple it. You get staples all across your desk, and staples plus coins is bad luck. These are real easy. And that's you can have a professional look with a printer at home. Go with it. I got these so I can add, stuff to mine. Okay. Good. We are here right now. We are right there. You see the rest of these notes. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. So where'd that cardboard flip go? I'll use this. That didn't work. I get to talking. There. I get to talking and my nose starts to kind of run. There. There it is. Yeah. I'm using this. Now he did a color. Dude, it's around here somewhere, but I can't find nothing on this desk. Mantic designed this, right? My photo ability, I can crop it, and I can resize it. Mantic did this. This is Shea Hoffmaster. He did another one that was color, but, well, I got to print them. Let me dump this out. And, Jesus, it is expensive, those printing cartridges. So I'm going with a black and white, so I can also, photocopy them and then just print on one side as necessary. There we go. We got a bunch of stuff showing up over here. All right, take a break. Okay, it's what it says right here. It says take a break. Where'd that one go? I'm not ready. It's been floating around here for 4 days. Paula, are you in here? There she is. I got a box here. It's this big. And I've lost it. It's not there. All right, we're going to take a break and find this. How do you lose something that big? Is it in here? Good Lord. I've lost an entire box. Not here, 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 here. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to open your package today, but I've lost it. I'm going to lose my mind next. Get over there? Nope. It must be right here. There, see? It was under that laptop I was taking apart. All right. We got a package from Paula. It says, do not crush. She's been begging me to open this for a while now. I thought I'd make her wait just to tease her. Okay. All right. It doesn't sound crushed. Let's open this and see what's in there, because she sent some things in for the show. Now, if you're new to the channel, new to the video here, we got a show every Saturday. And we call it the Big Show. And it's a giveaway. We give stuff away. Now, you can support the show by sending money. That's okay. We'll add some stuff to the package. Or, oh, look. I get the stand. Can you see this? Look at this. Look at how neat that is. Let me move these. Or you can send coins. Now we're going to send them to somebody. Look at this stuff. Let's get in here. Okay, now Paula sent some things. There's a couple in here I got to look at and send back. We got one of these. We got a coat hanger. All right, just for little clothes. This is that. Paula gets creative. Now you got CJ over there with his 3D printer and stuff. But Paula does some weird stuff. She does art. I can't art. Dude, drawing a circle is tough on me. So she gets crafty. Let's see if we can open this. So we want to embarrass her publicly. Nope, this one's for you. Look at this. It's a Christmas ornament of sorts. How does she make this? I know how you got it in there. You cut it open on the side. What have we here? That is it's like those snow globes. You shake it up. And, yep, but it's got a coin in there. Let's see, you got a coin up logo. There it is. What is that? What is that? No, it's a Hong Kong nickel. There it is. That's a 5-cent coin from Hong Kong in there. I just like saying Hong Kong nickel. We've got a turtle. I got a picture of a turtle in my bathroom. He's just got his head kind of. It's a sublim. I get the subliminal messages in the bathroom, like there's a waterfall. Right. I got a picture of a dump truck. He's got the bed raised up. It's a subliminal bathroom, and there's a picture of a turtle. Okay, one moment. Blow my nose again. There you go. So you'd be sitting there, and you look and you see a turtle with his head just poking out. Okay, so you got the little thingy here. I'm going to guess that sets right up like that. Okay. I'm going to break it, I'm sure. I have no grace. Paula, I don't know how to art. I'm going to set this here for now. I broke this piece. Look, it came with an earring. Look at that. I can be punk now. I'll put this up here on the hutch, right? Because I just got some copper and some books and just a whole pile of mail. Yeah. I don't decorate the place much. Okay, that's padding. I'll set that here. All right, we have coins for you. All right, and we got this. All right, we got to open it and see what it is. We all have some grace. I have none. None. Dude, you heard of the Midas touch? I got the minus touch. Everything I touch gets screwed up. Okay, she has a 1916 Extreme Woody here. Okay, now she wanted me to look at some of these. And so I'm going to do that. Ooh, is that 1909? And she was asking about the grade on this 1909. I want to share that with you directly. And we've got a couple others in here. 53D, questionable mint mark. 55S, DDO number 1. I'll give you some quick ideas. Alrighty. Let's get over here real quick. Home. Oh, I got my pointy stick under there. Screen. Scope. There it is. 55S. Beauty. She's asking if it's DDO number 1. And DDO number 1 on the 55S, if you know anything about it, to have a couple of extra S's, a couple of extra marks right above the S. And it's tough to pick out. It is very tough to pick out. And I'm not seeing it here. But I've got one I'll compare it to. Yeah. I'll set these aside and give you a whole video just for that. But I want to look at, she was asking about this 1909 BDB in particular. Okay, get to the card, folks. There's a card. Oh, I thought it was like at the bottom of the box. All right. She wants to know, look at this thing. Ain't that a peach? That's a 1909. Looks right. Looks right. She's wondering about the grade on that. Grade is pretty darn tight. We'll get with you on this though. Here's a back. It's a VDB. It's a Type 2. If that means anything. Yeah, we'll have a good look at this and I'll give you my opinion. But look at the wood on that. Look at the color here. I'm going to open this. This is a good looking 1909. 1909 was a big year for woodies. Now we're getting away from our topic of mistakes new people make. But if you're one of those new people, whoops, we can't see it. This will give you an idea of what you find when you're a little more advanced. And check out the color on this. Those aren't fingerprints. 9209 is it's the alloy mixture. We're not going to be able to see that. We're down here. It's the way the metal mixes, the copper, the tin, and the zinc. Ends up, nope, there you go. You end up getting these light and dark lines on your coins. Kind of a neat thing to watch out for, but some of them are breathtakingly handsome. This is one of them. That one's got a great look. Okay, let's set that aside because I got another package I want to show you. And we better read that card. Alrighty. Oh, there's 2 of them. No way, 3. God, what am I going to do with all these? We'll figure out something. Look, we got a card. Isn't this better than texting? Man, you can't see this. Okay, man. Can't live with them. Can't have disappointing sex without them. I've got a whole lot of words. The ornament can be opened, and the coin is in a snap lock that can be opened also. If you want to open the ornament, just remove the hanger. Well, I removed the hanger, so it should be in pretty close to opening. Just want to make you something to let you know how much I appreciate you. I know how hard you work and how much time you spend making sure that all of us get the knowledge needed to become successful coin collectors. Isn't that the whole darn point of it? Okay, I feel very blessed that I stumbled into this group in the beginning. I hope to have many more years with you and all the great people I have met so far. Well, God love you, Paula. Look, there's a mooning duck. Quack. Alrighty. Yeah. I can't put this on the air. Okay. We got to move on. I got that. Oh, we got some more stuff. I better read that personally. Okay, that's the rest of it. I sent 2 coins. And yeah, it's a Hong Kong nickel. Okay, thank you, Paula. I'm going to play with that and look at it. Just give you an idea of what goes on behind the scenes. Okay. Now, if you are kind of new, you're going to be exposed to some things you probably have not seen before, you're not familiar with. You have no idea what's out there. I gave away 2 cents, 3 cents, 20 cents, and there's people that have no idea they even made such things. And then this one came in from Scott Hugenboom. Hoogie here. This is Hoogie's Hobby Shop. There we go, Scott Hugenboom. It's big. All right, let's open this baby up. Now I'm going to cut it right about here because I want to keep the box to put coins in. So we can have an extra lesson in here. Just because it's a box doesn't mean it's junk. It can be real handy. But you got to watch out when you cut it. I'm only putting that much. There you go. I'm putting about that much of the tip into the box. Use my finger as a guide because I don't want to cut what's inside the box. Okay. But I'll show you what I talked about as far as the box here in just a moment. There you go. Look, we got one. See? See how important, see how useful this is? Yeah. They fit slabs perfectly. All right? So rather than have your slab kicking around the desk, you can put your slab in a box and then put it up on a shelf somewhere. It's a perfect fit. Thanks, Hoogie. I got a box. Okay, let's see what everybody else got. All right, but now I got 2 right there. We got, oh God, he said he would and he did. There you go. Now I get another box right on the other side. And let me come on, your flips will fit in there. All right. You can stack your flips in there. There's different size boxes. You go this way with them, doesn't matter. But you know, you're in, you're out. There you go. You can fill them up. I use them all the time. I'm a cheap bastard. That's what it comes down to. Okay, we got this. He said he would, and he did. By God. Let's see what we're going to be putting in to the big show. Oh, look. It's brand spanking new. And I'm going to keep this to ship it with. We'll be putting this into the big show. Okay, and he says, he sent a card too. I hope he doesn't want disappointing sex. Because I'll be disappointed. Okay, this is a Dansko album. All right, it is untouched. As these things get used, you slide the slides out, you slide them back in, and they get little scuffs on them. Right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you get into the memorials here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That'll go from 1909 to 2016. Right? But it's only listed, labeled up to 2009. Look at that. It's perfect. These are 40 bucks, people. And Hoogie has sent that. Look at this. You got no scuffs in the corners. I have to get me one of those books. Yeah. This is the 8100. And yeah, they're 40 bucks. I'm trying to find some. Oh, here's one. You put your coins in there and you show them off to the world, right? The slides slide out. Right? You can see the front and the back. You put your coin in, you slide it back in. When you get the whole set, it's an impressive thing. Put in the S's at the end. Right? No need to have those in there for too long. I got a dozen of the darn things, but they make them for, you know, every series out there. This is a crazy nice item sent by Scott Hugenboom. We're gonna have to promote this for a couple of weeks first. We won't give this away tomorrow. We'll give this away in a couple of weeks and tell everybody that we're gonna put that into the package, because something that nice, dude, look at it. Fits on a shelf. You can get these covers, little slip covers for them. That's the kind of stuff that comes around here. And we're going to give that away. Yeah. And keep the bubbles. I had a bunch of packing bubbles, but I got kind of anxious and popped them all one night. Now it's just plastic. No matter. All right, let's see what else he's sent here. Yeah. Oh, look, we got some kibble. No, it's Raisinets. Craisins. These things are like crack to me. Pens that work. I can't pop this. It's not the same as the bubbles. Hoogie has sent pens that work. Look at that. I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna get some pens with a logo. Everybody else has T-shirts. I'm gonna give out like pens or something. We'll get some Professor Peavey pens and send them out. Oh hell yeah! You got any idea how badly I needed these? Needle tip. Look at this. Look at this. That's how you know they're really serious about their pens. The tips are covered. Huh? Huh? You know, I'm not gonna save that tip. Okay. Well, just shows you some people are paying attention. Cross brand. These are Pentel. Yeah. Those are Pent. You can't see it. Home. Pentel. Energel RTX Deluxe. We used to just call them pens. Now they got to call it Energel RTX Deluxe. Alrighty. Wow. That's the handiest thing. See, I work for peanuts. No, wait. I work for craisins. This is gold. Alrighty. Now we gotta, oh, look at that. See? I cut through the darn thing with a razor. I try to be gentle. Okay, he says, Professor Peavey, please accept the donation of this Dansko album and give it away to a good home. Anybody out there would like to have a brand new Dansko? The pen is mightier than the sword. And the cranberries, well, they're good for the urinary tract health. They sure are. And I could use these cranberries. But if you haven't tried the cranberries, dude, you want to get these. These are awesome. I used to have a candy company, and I took dried cranberries, right, and mix them with white chocolate. And I had them, these molds. They were just, squares. That's all it was. And I'd take the mix of white chocolate and cranberries and put them in the molds and let them set, and they come out, wrap them with aluminum foil. I can't open this. To open tear here, it never opens here. Anyway, I call them cranberry cubes, and they were wonderful. You had dried cranberries. That's them. Oh yeah, that's love. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, those are good. And they were wonderful. We sold the hell out of those. Okay, that's the break. Let me finish these for a minute. I gave my book to Dana on your show. God love you. 100% cranberry juice. Liquid. Now, Ocean Spray, if you've been around the Cape, Ocean Spray is a collective of, 2,000 different cranberry farmers. And, well, they sell all their stuff under one brand. Well, that's good, though. Okay, where the hell were we? There we go. That'll give you a look at what's coming up. All right, where were we? Common mistakes by newbies. How do I clean it? Don't clean it. Improper handling, right? They're going to turn, your shiny stuff is going to turn dull. Gosh. Improper storage. A lot of these are solvable. All right, maybe it's just putting in an envelope and sticking it in a box. Where'd that envelope go? There you go. Put your coin in an envelope and put the envelope in a box and just stack them up one beside the next by the next. You're going to be, so happy just to have saved your coins. Get them out of the jars. Get them out of the boxes. Grandpa had a cigar box with Indian pennies and buffalo nickels. Well, after 80 years of being in that box altogether, they really weren't all that great. They're kind of screwed up. Okay, flawed valuations. Okay, here you go. Wait, you get this one all the time. How much is this worth? People want to know 3 basic questions. What is it? Identification, right? What's it worth? Value. And the third one is, where's the machine I put it in to get my money? Okay, let's look at this. We got this here penny. It's a that's a 1909 SVDB. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, it might be a little misidentified. Let's get home. It's a USB. Oh no, wait, it's 2015. But we're going to pretend it's a 1909. No, we're going to pretend this one. Yeah, what's this one? There, we're going to pretend this is, a really, really nice coin. Okay. Let's find a good page. Guy says, how much is that coin worth? And I don't have a picture. So I'm just kind of guessing. I'll look it up. It's okay. It could be anywhere from a nickel to $800. And the guy says, $800? I said, no, that's not what I said. You said $800. No, I said it could be worth, anywhere from 20 bucks or a nickel, anywhere from a nickel to 800 bucks. Oh, let's see. What do we got? We got a nickel coin here. Now, a lot of people, they take these price lists. Now, I've got right here, this is the red book, which is kind of flawed. Anyway, they only update it once a year, and they tend to be kind of high. But a lot of people take these price lists and look at their coin. And over here it says $12 for 19, whatever the hell that is. Over here it says $12. And up here it says 275 bucks for this crusty old nickel. All right. Oops. I have no grace. Okay. You're going to get that one as well. Now you have to explain to them, what grading is all about. Because here you have grade, right? The more worn it is, wear goes this way, right? High quality goes that way. But up here, these are hard to find, whereas this is more common. Let's see if we can raise that some. Okay, as a coin wears, it's going to lose value. That's another reason why we store them well, because we can put the coin in a holder that's going to keep it from getting worn, right? Instead of having them in a cup where they get shaken every 3 or 4 days. Okay, let's say these two coins were the same date and the same mint mark, right? It's not. This is actually a 53S with a die chip. And this is a 2015. But you can see the difference. This one's kind of brand new, and this one's kind of old and worn and busted and dingy and, okay, kind of not that great. This is more in line with what you're going to find in some older coins, whereas this is more in line with what you're going to find in the moderns. But, well, there's not a lot of value in the moderns unless they're, almost perfect. I'm no good at trivia, but it's still fun to try. There you go. Yeah, that's a 1953. Huh. And they both have what? Both of these have two similar items. Now there's one extra metal in this one, right? This one has 3 types of metal in it. This one has 2 types of metal in it. What's the difference? Well, this one contains, zinc. No, wait, tin. This one also contains zinc with a copper plating. This is an alloy with a copper and the zinc and the tin have been mixed together with a big spoon. And it also has a die chip. But the value of a coin is dependent on grade and rarity. Now, the date, you got to have that so you can come up with the rarity of the thing. Home. Here you go. You got the mintage. Now, mintage is a key factor in determining rarity. Let's get down there. But also, what do you got? 19 million, 1864. 3 million, 1866. And of course, over time, mintage went down. These are the 2-cent pieces. Some of these new folks, we made a 2-center? Yeah, we did. But only for a few years. They were big and gaudy, and people didn't like them, so, they just made fewer and fewer and fewer until finally they made none. And shortly thereafter, they took them all and melted them down, so you don't have that many survivors. The surviving population on the 1864, you're looking at 20,000 units. Right? We're talking, 1%. Let's see, 10%, 1.9, 1%, 190. No, 0.1%. So 99% of these things have been melted down. Right? There aren't that many survive. 1868, 1869, you're looking at 2,000, maybe 3,000 of the of these have survived to the present day, right? Those become rare, and I'm really quite surprised that these things, even in poor condition, are still drawing, $10, $5 if they're really screwed up. I consider the 2-centers to be incredibly undervalued. Oh, let's see. Then there's 3-centers, of course. Many more of these are, what is this? Oh, it's a quarter. I wonder what it's doing there. Oh, that was our bookmark from a minute ago. So you got to have 2 things for the coin to be valuable. One is it needs to be rare, right? And 2, it needs to be in great shape. But there's still nothing wrong with not particularly rare and, kind of wore out, such as this one, because you want to get that whole set. Remember the Dansko we just showed off? 1953S. Fits in. Oops. Let's see. Right in there. See, there's no coin in that slot right now. There's the 1953S right here. There's a slot right there for it. That's one thing where these Danskos really come in handy. It'll give you every single coin, and you got to get them all. Because when you get a full set, then by the time you collect a full set, you've made the leap from a novice collector to, you know, got it going on. Well, you get one of everything, and then you just look for something better. Keep the best and sell the rest. Cheaper than buying bookmarks. You're darn right. That cost me $0.25. Those bookmarks are like 30 cents a piece. There you go. Oh, back when I had the candy company, made these peanut butter cups, and they're about the same size as those the cranberry cubes, about, you know, ½ an ounce. And the lady in the store says, "Well, what should I charge for them?" I said, "Oh, 3 for $1, or 25 cents each." And that's what she wrote that on the box: 3 for $1, or 25 cents each. And people come in all day, hand her $1, take 3. She says, "That's brilliant. You want 2 boxes this time?" "Oh yeah, there you go, baby." You know, I made like good money on those. I think Bill is saying, if you want send donations to the big show, please send goods and services only. Correct, to kpeavey@live.com. Yeah, people send stuff and we give them away. That's all. We just give it away. You gotta win somehow. Okay, let's get back over here. All right, now the red book, you get these. They put it out every year. Cost you what, 15, 16 bucks or some damn thing? How much is that nowadays? 16, 17 bucks. Well, it's the official red book. All right. Look, you got a red book, it's used, it's 4 or 5 years old. The information in here does not go bad in a year, right? On most stuff in here, you know, anything from good to AU, almost uncirculated, these prices are going to be pretty darn close. Coin prices don't climb that much in the course of a year. Sometimes there'll be some fluctuations, especially in the higher end grades. Right, but if you want a price on a 1916 Buffalo nickel in very good, where is that? There you go. That says $7. Next year, maybe $7.20. You can get a used red book, and you'll be in the ballpark for the most part. All right, the stuff that always fluctuates are those high-end coins. You know, I mean, the stuff the legends are written about. You know, these old. Where's that? We lost the page. There you go. The old Federal designs, the flowing hair and the bust halves and dollars and gold. Yeah, they're going to climb because they are extremely rare. But you got mintages of, you know, 23,000 here, but very, very few surviving specimens. Because let's face it, they needed the money back then. They spent the darn things. But you get a lot of these. They got, you know, 10 of the darn things. And they're gorgeous. And when they're in, you know, high-end grade like this, what do you got here? $170,000. Yeah, that's what that says. Well, if you get a 5% or 10% difference in the price over the course of a year, yeah, that's, you know, several $1,000s. Well, if you're trading coins at that sort of a level, you're probably not using the red book. But for you and me and regular folks and new people, this is going to be pretty darn accurate for a few years. What do you got over here? These are silver dollars. All right, some of the higher end pieces, the prices might climb. But for the most part, they're pretty stable for, you know, a few years. These are going to be in the ballpark. You get into the high end coins, the gold, the uncirculated, the really rare stuff. Yeah, you're not using the red book anyway. But it's still kind of fun. Values are a mystery to the new people. They have no idea how much it's worth, and they tend to believe that, well, the book says $62.50, so I want $62.50 for my coin. Would you take 62? No, it's $62.50. Red book is good as a reference, absolutely, but it's not written in stone. You got to understand there's a lot of fluidity here. How much a coin is worth really comes down to what that guy's willing to pay. There might be 50 people out there willing to pay, but if you only know one of them, if you can only contact one of them, all you're going to get is that one bid. Okay. Well, what if he only bids 62 and you want your $62.50? Well, you don't sell the darn thing. let's keep on going. Okay, value is dependent, of course, you can see on the rarity and also on the grade. There you go, right over here. Good, very good, fine. So watch this. We're going to have a little experiment. Bring that 53 back. Scope. No. There it is. Okay. And you got to look at the coin and try to realize what's wrong with it, what's right with it. Here I got a little bit of luster up at the top and in God we. All right, I got some contact marks. Nothing too crazy. There's a little chip there. That doesn't really add or detract to the value. On the back here, got a kind of a spot. Probably some doo-doo. Okay, but the lines are, geez, they're crisp and clear. Almost all the way up to the end. So now you get into what is the grade on this thing. The red book will have the A&A standards in there. Somewhere in the front, I believe it was. The hell was that? I gotta find it. Well, it was in there. Maybe I'm thinking the black book. No, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that must be the black book I'm thinking about. We still got that? Okay, the black book has run off. I probably gave it away during a coin class. But there's two ways to get the grade. One is there's a site called PhotoGrade. You go to my blog, you'll find that link in the key websites. PhotoGrade is run by PCGS, but there are other books you can get. And if we got one left, we should. I still have to clean this place up. It's getting god-awful. Okay, but it still comes down to what people think. It becomes general consensus as to the grade of the coin. So we've looked at this. You guys type in what you think this coin would grade at. Based on your experience and what you know about grading, what would you say that this coin grades at? And then we'll take a look at what people type in. Jonathan Raymond says VF. Ant says AU. Geez, you're starting to get a pretty good spread here. You confused me on your show times, Mantic. I was thinking your show was Sunday. Mantic comes on in what, half an hour? I've been on for an hour, so maybe it's an hour and a half he comes on. Daryl says very fine. Bill says very fine. Look at the wheat ears on this thing. They say very fine. Look how sharp and crisp and distinct those are. CoinFinder says AU58. Blockhead says XF. Good Lord. So you got to realize there's some subjectivity to the grade. New people, inexperienced people, novice collectors tend to go one way or the other. They grade too high. Okay, well, that's going to send their value way up. Or they grade it too low, which means, geez, you know, they think it's only a $2 coin. It's probably a $10 coin. Or they think it's a $50 coin, but it's only a $4 coin. One way or the other. Take some experience to get into the groove, if you will, and become you know, pretty seasoned at grading these coins. Well, I'll let you guys decide. That's a low AU, says Ant. AU53 brown. It's hard to tell. Bill 457 really nailed it. It's so much easier to grade a coin when it's in your hand, when you have it in front of you. Let's see what a different camera does. No, that's not it. Let's go home. We're going to pull out the Tootsie Roll box. That's a piggy bank. And sometimes just the difference in camera will give you, different readings. People say, oh, that's XF now instead of VF on the other camera. But it's subjective. And the digital technology is tough because, well, each of these different programs which handle the camera or the software that handles the photos can distort the image. You really got to have it in hand. Blue Coin says EF45, AU50, AU53. It's all over the board. How do you nail it down? It comes down to consensus, guys. And, well, just keep on working on it. I'd give that XF plus. I don't think I'd go as far as AU, but I go with Blues coins. You got some luster in there. But you get a big spot. The rim is sound. There's not a whole lot for destruction. But there's enough there. I think it's not quite AU. AU is just a smidgen of wear. But I go XF45 all day on that. I don't know what the greasy spot is there. Just doo-doo. Yep, then you can't see it on the iPhone. I got a screen this wide. Right? I got some contact marks here on the head and shin. That's not doing it any favors. But for the grade and the rarity in this coin, it's good for, 4 cents, a nickel. We're not going to die trying to grade this coin and getting it wrong. But a lot of these inexpensive, you can get something like this. You can find this in your pocket change. And you can come up with a way to grade your coins. Set them all up in a line, right? The worst one over on this side, the best one over that side, and just do a sort. This one's better than that one, you move it over. This one's better than that one, you move it over. And then you compare what you have in front of you with what you find on PhotoGrade, and you can come up with your own reference set, your own standard reference set. And then you have another coin, you want to compare that with what you already predetermined. So this is a best match for this one right here, which is XF45. And that can get you a long way toward more accurate grading. But it still comes down to consensus. Okay, let's see what else we got. Flood. Oh yeah, we did the value relation. Okay, sending in coins for grading. Should I send this in? They got a coin like this. Should I send that in and get it graded? Okay. Before you blow the money on sending it in, just save it. Set it off to the side for a while, because you're going to spend 50 bucks to grade a coin. And once you do that once or twice and realize, it came back as, yeah, you got XF45 and your coin's worth about a nickel, and you paid 50 bucks to get it graded, you're going to learn real quick. Don't send your coins in to be graded until you've done your homework. There's a lot more to it than just, writing the check. A lot of times you're probably going to throw money down the drain. Stick around, get some experience, watch what other people are doing, listen, read, watch the videos. Seriously, get some experience before you start making decisions that's going to cost you 50 bucks a whack. Okay. What does that say? Oh, poor storage. I can't read this. Now, new people, they don't have the experience, and we need to work with them to get them that experience. We need to exercise a great deal of patience if we're on the videos, if we're working in over these Facebook groups or Twitter or other sites, or even people locally, right? They're going to put everything you can imagine in front of them and insist it's something that it's not, because they have just enough information to think that they have, a $50,000 penny. I saw this one guy, he said this coin was worth however much because he had a video on it. This is nothing. This is just a pocket change coin here. But you get people, they look at, oh, where's that one picture? I got a picture here. Okay. Nope, there it is. Let me pull this. Here we go. Let's see if I can open this one right. One of the big coins being looked at is a 1969S. Doubled die. If this ever shows up. I'm trying to open an image, and the image won't open. Why won't you open? Why would it take this long to open an image? Oh God, I'm going to pull my hair out. This is coming off the hard drive here. It's not coming off the internet. Okay. We're going to go from here. We're going to go over to the screen. Yeah, there's the screen. This is what I stare at. And pull up this guy. Hello. There it is. If I click on that, let's do this. Well, that's what I'm trying to show. They pull out these 1969S's, and they're convinced that they have this, incredibly valuable die variety. Now let me see if I can pull up that other one. No, that's not what I want. Okay, 1969S number 1. That didn't work. There. That didn't work. I'm terrifically impaired when it comes to imagery on these things. I can look at the coins, but working with pictures Coins. Dude, I can't do it. Let me pull this. I should be able to put that here and drop it, right? It says no. I hate this computer. Wait for it. Okay, there's one that's not what the fellow thinks it is. You got to be patient with them. Oh, it's trying to load. The one on the left is the real double die. You got separation lines in here. It almost looks like a 9 beside a 9, and it's got nothing in common with this this piece over here, which is pretty damaged. It's been jabbed, jimmied, screwed up, scraped, scrapped. This one on the right is a train wreck. It's worth a penny. The one on the left, yeah, that's worth 10,000 bucks easy. Well, people are looking for this one. Some people almost exclusively. They get into the pocket change hoping to find this guy. Look, you can make some money. You can find some good stuff coin roll hunting and going through buckets of change. But you got to be realistic. There are, what, maybe a dozen or 2 dozen of these 69Ss? Yeah, definitely give them a look for sure. If you have a 69S, compare it. But you got to do the comparison. You can't just say, hey, look, I found a 69S. I'm going to buy a new house right now. You got to do the homework and know exactly what it is you're looking for. There's plenty of data out there on what the 1969S looks like, the double die. Learn what you're looking for. Wexler's is a great spot. Variety Vista. I've gone at length about these things, different resources. You can go through other coin classes and other videos of mine. I've gone at length about where to get information. But you got to make some, by God. Let me get back home. Let's see, there's home. Yep. Geez, did we see any of that? There's the chat, and there's this, and there's home. Okay, there we go. There are resources out there that'll teach you, what exactly it is you're hearing about, what you're looking for. The 82D small date is another one that's really messing people up because they're looking for that, the solid copper one. They don't even have a scale. Where the hell did that scale go? There it is. You want to determine the difference between copper and zinc. The only way to do it is to weigh the darn thing. But people are looking for it, and they don't even have a scale. Oh, gosh. We need to teach them, how to check their coins. Where to check, where to find the information, be it Wexler's or Lincoln Cent Resources or 1 Million Pennies Project. And where to get the equipment they need to be able to test, right? And then if you need be, explain to them how to use the darn equipment. Because they don't know. 2.43, that's kind of light. Okay, not on a flat surface. To make your scale work, right? It's going to be on a flat surface instead of a warped piece of cardboard. There we go, we get 0 again. Right, you get it set up. Before you start, press the tear button. If you need to, you can go through and recalibrate it. It says right there, calibrating operation. Follow the directions. You got to hold this button down, press that one in the middle. That's actually a button, by the way. And set the coin on gently. It's still too small. Okay, but 2.43, that's still within tolerances of 0.19. Alrighty. But people don't know. They don't know such things exist. You mean there are scales out there that'll weigh my coin? How much is the scale? $50? No. You get these things for $6, $7. There's one right there. Okay, what do you got? 5.72? That might be a little light. What's the weight on a quarter supposed to be? New one. Probably around 5.72, I bet you. Let's try another one. And don't drop the coin, you get a false reading. Just set it down. 5.7169. 5.6, somewhere around there. USA Coin Book. I'm going to show you this site real quick. I'm not going to show you the site real quick. Okay, it's pretty handy. That red book, where the hell did that go? One thing to find handy. There you go. We got that. Let's go to screen and see if you can see what I can see. I had to pull that down just a little bit. Okay, this is USA Coin Book. www.usacoinbook.com, and you can get a lot of information on here real easy. They got prices, values. Do you have to spend what is it, $16.95 for a red book? That's a little pricey. Let's go to quarters here. Washington quarters. Okay. Let me pull that out of here in the red book too. There you go. Washington quarters, silver composition. Those are 6.25 grams when they were silver. All right. But over the years, they changed the composition. So this, what do I have here? Oh, well, that's a 2002, but it's the same weight. It should be 5.67 grams. That's pretty handy to have this. And can you see it? Let me look here. Can you see it? 5.67 there. Let's see if I can highlight that. Hello? Kinda. There you go. Tells you what it's made out of, how big it is. Really handy stuff. You'll have some values. Now let's look over at the red book real quick. Go back home. That's home. I'm going to go here. So here we got the red book. All right. Clad coinage and silver proofs. It's going to tell me the same darn stuff in here. Weight, 5.67. Diameter, 224. On the silver proofs, it'll have a different weight. Real handy. This one, you got to pay 17. You can get them for $2-3 bucks. You know, $5 used. No problem. Shipped. Right? But USA Coin Book will have the information readily available. Get in there and check that out. There's lots of information available at your fingertips. If you don't know where to look, get in the Coin Op group. Right? It's on Facebook. It's Coin Op, and ask your questions there. You don't usually get people say, "Google it," because that's not really an attempt at helping somebody, and neither is, you know, what's this worth. So we got to be patient with people. But if you're going to answer somebody's question, give them a link. How much is this worth? You give them you say $5, and here's a link to USA Coin Book. At least you're making an attempt. But give somebody a path to follow to get more information. Okay, there's home. I want to get to the chat real quick. Let's see. There's that. There's the chat. Alrighty. But if you're going to answer somebody's questions about their coin, like that 69S, give them an article. Send them somewhere where you've already done the homework. Let them follow. What's your coin scale brand? This is PCS. It's effectively a generic scale. Right? It doesn't really have a brand. PCS is part of the operator. But if you're going to get a scale, the key thing is right over here. And I'll put that under here so you can see it. There you go. Capacity, 200 grams, so it'll take a big metal. But the graduation, I got 2 decimal points. And that's a handy thing. Rather than 1 single decimal point, have that second. PCS is the manufacturer. These are you know, digital copy, pump about by the billion. They're not too expensive, but get that extra decimal point. Send me $1. I'll mail you the URL. There you go. Did you see what Mantic made for me? Look at this. Mantic's here. I just saw you pop in. Look at that. Huh? What do you think? Put that on a t-shirt? Not the individual logo, I mean the whole page. Walk around like that. There you go. I thought about doing a shirt, but I'm not a clothier. I'm not in the clothing business. I'm just going to stick with coins. PayPal is open for the big show donations. Thank you, Bill J. Yeah, you can send it up here. You'll find a link in the description if you don't want to try typing this, because this goes someplace else if you spell it wrong. Okay, let's keep going. New people, gosh, they mean real well, but they can be stubborn. And this is where it starts to get tough. It's like the guy who's, you know, the book says $5.62 is what his coin worth. And by God, he wants his $5.62. New folks have to learn the nuances in the hobby. Not a lot of stuff is written in stone. The weight, right? The weight of that coin, as produced, that's written in stone. The size on that coin, that's written in stone. The design on that coin, dude, it's kind of written in stone, but now you're starting to get into different things. You get some varieties sometimes, and they can be quite valuable. But if you misidentify the coin, you're new, you're inexperienced, you're kind of fresh and green, be flexible, be willing to accept the fact that that's not really 1969S double die. That's another problem called mechanical doubling, and your coin has no value. No, it is. That's worth $25,000. I had one guy demanding I pay him. How much for a valuable coin? I don't know, like 900. You got to pay me $900. I'm going to pay you shit, dick. Block. You got to pay me that. No, I'm going to pay you nothing. But you always see this on eBay. You know, some guy's got this coin right here, this coin, and he's got it on there for $500. Okay, well, you got two sides to it, right? First, you have the inexperienced people who might actually pay $500 for that because, well, they don't know. Now, that's kind of a hard one to buy, to believe, but well, some people do that. They miss it. They think it's what they thought it was, but they haven't done the research. Look, if you got a coin and you're going to spend more than $100 on it, go over to the Coin Up group and post a link. Hey, man, I'm thinking about buying this coin for $100. Does this seem like it's in the ballpark? Well, first off, if it's garbage and getting ripped off, they're going to save you the trouble, right? If it really is a great bargain, well, you might have to fight for it. But more likely than not, there's somebody out there trying to scam you because maybe they don't know anything and they say, "Oh, this really is a $100 coin." But chances are somebody's playing on your inexperience, and they want to sell you something for way more than its market value. And they're just fishing, looking for an easy payday. Gosh, watch out, guys. If you're going to spend more than $100, get a second opinion. Okay. Trying to offer advice. We had this one girl, and she went to a friend of mine and sent a photo of a coin. Said, "What can you tell me, about this coin?" My friend told her exactly what the problem was. This is, a buy error, BIE. It's a die chip. Anyway, this person who asked for advice copied that answer verbatim, went to another group, and pasted it as a response to somebody else's question. What's going on here? You meet all kinds of folks out there. If you're going to offer advice, it should be your own advice. If you're going to offer counsel, you need to have the experience also to back up further questions. Copying and pasting somebody else's advice or counsel doesn't really make you an expert. It just makes you an expert copy and paster. But wait for it. Over time, if you're new, you're going to learn more things. You'll go from asking questions to starting to chime in and answer other people. Oh, I had that same or a very similar issue, and this is what I was told. I was told it was mechanical doubling. But you might want to qualify your statements with, I'm kind of new at this, but here's what I heard on something similar. And then, explain your answer. What about buying coins from one of those shopping networks? Hey, they're probably legit. You can probably get the same coin for half price elsewhere, baby. Gosh. Yeah, they tend to be a bit more expensive. The big networks, Home Shopping Channel. Oh, there's one on YouTube, the Coin Shopping Network or some darn thing. Yeah, if you compare the prices and the quality, a lot of times instead of having the highest grade, the highest quality, they're secondary grade, and the prices are twice what they ought to be, or 50% more than they ought to be. You're not getting ripped off too bad, but they're charging every bit of full retail on something like that. Those are marked up to, retail plus 40% is Avery Kitchen saying. Yeah. If you're going to start buying coins, wait for it. There are people that are good. There's some good folks out there, and again, you can find out who they are and where they are just by hanging around the coin people. I mean, AppMex is out there. They got pretty good coins, good quality, and they're kind of just at the upper edge of the price ranges. Um, just watch for it. Experience will be your guide, but you have to get that experience, and that's kind of the trick because a lot of people tend to jump the gun. Oh, geez, I got this great coin. Look, it's a 69S double die. Look at this. No, no, I'm sorry. That's a donut. Kind of looks like it, but no, that's a jelly donut. Okay, there's eagerness, excitement. People are willing to, more than happy to share their find. Look what I found today. No, that's the plug off the end of a spare tire that keeps the air in. Oh, you get that. New folks will misidentify things. They call it one thing, but it's really not that one thing they're calling, but it's close. I've had people put up a coin, say, look at how shiny this coin is. And I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, it's not only shiny, which is all they caught, it's also, where the heck do we go? It's also a double die number 1. And every now and then that happens. I caught that with a girl. She put up look how shiny this coin. That was her image. She was just happy to have a shining wheat cent. And I said, oh, well, that's better than that. And every now and then that'll happen. That's kind of a rare thing. What do we got in here? Look how shiny that is. Okay, woody or no? Okay. New folks will misidentify things. Is that a woody? Look, it's a woody. No, that's just filthy. That's what that is. And experience has to be your guide, but you gotta stick with it long enough to get that experience. You gotta do some research. Google, yes, it's your friend, but get in and ask the groups, hey man, what's a better place to look rather than Google? What's a better place? And we'll send you 10 different directions you might like. Eagerness. New people, they tend to pay too much for coins. Before you spend too much, contact somebody. You can make friends with the people. A lot of times the people in the chat over here, they get to know each other. They go from one show to the next. Like after this show, a whole bunch of us will probably end up over at Mantic Coins because he's going to start up in about an hour and he'll run for 3-4 hours on his show. And I get in there and just yuck it up. We all do. But you get to meet and, you get to know these folks in the coin groups, be it the Coin Up group on Facebook or the channels and the chats on YouTube. And you form, trusting relationships. And you can say, hey, man, I'd like to send an email to you. Okay. Well, where'd that go? Oh, God, I've lost it already. Where'd Paula's card go? Okay, I've lost it. Well, anyway, somebody wants to send you an email and talk about a coin. We'll keep it hush-hush. Don't bid on the coin the guy wants to bid on. But you can offer counsel that way. Yeah, that looks really nice. That looks like a pretty sound bargain or arrangement to make. Or you cut them back to, no, dude, you're paying way too much. Give them an honest, an honest response. But above all, you got to be patient with each other, especially these younger folks. What's happening? Okay, that's working again. Whew, you put it back in her box. Oh man, I'm a bad man. Where'd her box go? I had it here, I swear. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, but you can send this kind of thing to folks. Once you've built up a rapport. There you go. Not sure what that's about. Okay. But you'll get to know these people, and pretty much they're not going to steer you wrong. You're going to find most of the people you talk to in groups like this, when you've been through these groups for, a couple of months, you're going to decide who's offering viable information and who's just full of shit. Really, you can pick them up. People won't be fooled for long. Smash the like button. Some great information you're giving out, says Vic. Thank you, Vic. Vic also has a coin channel. That's Victor Raskin. He just moved up north. I don't know why, man. They got snow up there. You can have that snow. I live in Florida for a reason. But you'll find out who, is giving you good information, who's passing out knowledge and wisdom. And, well, ask them. Quiz them if you have a question about an odd coin. And you can always put it publicly, and you'll get every answer under the sun. But look for a consensus in the information people are giving you. 10 people are telling you it's damaged, and one person says that's worth $50,000. Listen to the 10, because the 10 are probably right. Louisiana. Oh, this? What's that one? That's St. Louis. That's the Arches. That's McDonald's. Yeah, the weight was right. Okay. Gosh, there's a lot of new people coming on board. We've got digital technology. You can take your cell phone and you can take a picture of a coin. And you get the Looksee app. You can take a picture of a coin. It'll tell you what it is. In a lot of instances, he's getting the values hooked in now. So you put in your Lincoln set, the 1953S, right? It'll tell you low value. But it'll tell you, it'll give you a value range for it nowadays. There you go. It'll straighten it out, right? Center it. And you can then immediately press a button and send it online and ask questions about that coin. And this is a free app you can get. Again, it's in the App Store, home. There you go. Just look for the little eyeballs. These are great. I like to have these just because they're like cartoons. I got some stuff from Tim. I said, man, send me some extra stickers. He sent I got a stack of them like you never seen. But we decorate the place with it. It's good to have props. But this technology that's getting out there, the app where you can take a picture with your phone and send a picture to people anywhere instantly, find out what it is, find out what it's worth. It's coming that you'll be able to sell right from there shortly. That won't be long at all. But the hobby is growing because of this digital technology. Another couple iterations on the camera technology is really going to dress this up. And you've got almost in your face photos of coins. Scope, there you go. Good looking coin, but it's different in person. Your eyeball is good for about 500 megabytes. The picture of that penny is, you're talking 2 megabytes. You can still pick up a whole lot more information just by looking at it with your bare eye. So give it time and let it get there. But because of the way the technology is going, the hobby is exploding right now. It's a good time to be a coin collector. Dang, near 80 and sunny here. Yeah, it's about that now. I had the door open, but a giant bug flew in and buzzed, so I hit him with a can of bug spray. Then I sprayed him after that. And then I shut the door. Corey's here. Daryl USA. Liddy. No. I want to thank you all for coming in. Mike Wolf doing good. Just got back from playing disc golf. There you go. I know a girl. She did that frisbee golf thing. She was really gung-ho. She's always throwing stuff at me, I tell you. I felt like a goalpost. Thanks for the info. So I want to invite you guys, if you have questions, go to the Coin Up group on Facebook. It's just type in Coin Up, 2 words, and you can take your picture, just like this guy right here, and you can put it up there and say, I need some help with this coin, but to ask a specific question. I need some help with the coin because I see something funny on the date in the 5. Work on the way you ask questions, because the more precise a question you ask, the more precise an answer you can get. You put up a coin and say, any thoughts? Any thoughts on this coin? I think I'll move on. How about that? Give me an answer. Give me a question I can answer. I'd be more than happy to answer it. People do it all the time. But a vague question, you're going to get a vague answer or a smart-ass answer. What's this? It's a penny. That's not an answer. But if you say, what's this in the 5 in the date? You'll get 10 good responses real quick. I'm serious. I think it's a penny. I think that's a die chip in the 5. And people explain what a die chip is. Remember that? Where'd my cup go? I lost my cup. Well, that's gone forever. God, I got some crazies though. Look. Alrighty. We've been going on for about an hour and a half here. That's a little longer than I usually go. Here it is. Okay. Remember that? That's a die chip. Right? And this is a die crack. See the way it's cracked and split? And that's a cud where the whole side of that die is blown right open. You can learn the terminology. And if you learned it and understand it, you'll be at a point where, oh, I can answer that question right now. Beth says, I sent a PayPal for you to get stuff for your coin show. God love you, Beth. We'll definitely be having that. The Wednesday show is on the back burner for a while. So was the Friday show because, geez, I just got so much to do over here. Mostly it's going to be eating craisins. But at least I can write it well with a pen. But we're in no shortage of stuff to give away. We just have to, pay for it is all. How much value does a die chip add to a Lincoln cent? Geez, that depends on where the die chip is, right? Over here, in the date, well, it's not really recorded, it's not documented, but I think that should have the same sort of value as a buy error. We have a die chip in between the letters over here in Liberty, because those will get you $1 to $5 to $10, right? And this, well, it's a die chip at a more prominent location. I found die chips in the letters, right? In God We Trust. I found die chips, on Lincoln's face. There's one I got somewhere where it looks like he's got a unicorn because it's right in the middle of his nose. There's some prominent die chips that take up, a lot of space around the bow tie. There's die chips, you'll find them around the edge. And that becomes a cud situation. But typically die chips don't bring a whole lot of value. It's just the die falling apart. It wasn't an error. It wasn't a mistake in producing the die. It's just that darn thing, broke. And those things do happen. And they bring a tiny, tiny premium. But if they're in great shape, brilliant uncirculated, it may not bring extra value, but it can help sell it at full retail value. So that's a plus. I'm right near ocean. Where you at, Bill 457? You must be out on the Cape. If you're near the oceans, where is that? It's like Sandwich or Barnstable, Mass. Oh, I could read it. Maybe Plymouth. Let's see. Lakeville, Middleborough. Okay, so if that's the Cape, it'd be right about here. That's there's actually a bridge through the Cape. It's called a Bourne Bridge because right here, that's Bourne, or maybe it's right here. Well, whatever the hell it is. But there's a bridge. All the Cape is separated by a canal. I bet you didn't know that. We should have that in the trivia contest. Yeah. But Canada is closer to the United States than Cape Cod is in Massachusetts, except for the bridges. I thought it was in New Jersey. No, that's Massachusetts. New Jersey, that's petrochemical companies. Yeah, Middleborough 02349. Yeah, Middleborough is right there in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to call it good for the day. I touched about half of this list. Yeah. So I'll probably have to come up with an article in the blog to, get more of this. New folks have it tough. They undervalue their coins. They overvalue their coins. If they buy coins, they're paying too much. They don't quite understand what it is that they're looking for, what they have. They need help. Gosh, they need help. We got to help them. So it's up to us to teach each other how to teach the new people. Does that make any sense? We all have a different level of understanding where we're at, and the whole idea is to pass on what understanding we do have to the next generation so that they then have an understanding. We got to train each other. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And PayPal's open for the big show. That'll be tomorrow. Oh, The time of the big show is changed. I was doing a Friday night show, a Saturday afternoon show, and then a Sunday afternoon show. The big show is at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, henceforth, because I got some things I want to do in the daytime. And throwing that, Saturdays are no problem because that's coin day. But I'm moving the big show from 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time to 9:30 at night Eastern time. So you want to pay attention to that, and I'll get the the schedule or the timer set up for that on YouTube, so it'll tell you when, and you'll be able to come and look. Oh, I see, it's in 6 hours. Okay. In order to get knowledge, you have to pass on knowledge. This is how people learn. One generation learns from the previous generation. There's always somebody who knows more than you, and there's always somebody who knows less than you. But you have to take the initiative in passing on that information as best you can. Instead of just saying, your coin is MD, give them a link to an article or a video about MD that further explains it so they can get more information. Because the short answer sometimes isn't the best answer. Give them, make them drink from a fire hose. Give them so much information they can't take it all in at once. I got a hot date. I'm going to offer some disappointing sex to someone. That's what I'm going to do. Where'd that go? This cracked me up. You can't have... Oh, there you go. Man, you can't live them. Can't have disappointing sex without them. And that's where my place is, right there. That's right. We all have our place in the universe. That's mine. 6 hours of disappointment? Dude, I'll give her the best 3 minutes she ever had. That's how it works. Okay. That's what we got for today. I'll try to work up an article that'll further, go deep in depth into this sort of thing. But these new folks, they make a lot of errors. Sometimes you learn from your mistakes, in which case I should be a genius, I tell you. That's my channel. It's about coin apps on some of my videos. Outstanding. Oh, there's apps out there. There's stuff to do and see and play with. But more than anything else, you just got to stick with a hobby long enough till you start to gain more information. You start to gain more experience. And at some point, you'll make that jump from asking questions to answering questions. And we'll go from there. So guys, I'm going to see you until tomorrow night at 9:30. Stay tuned for Mantic's show. You'll see him just below in the links. He's the guy that did the artwork. He did one with a graduation cap. This one looked better. So get over and watch Mantic's show. He's next. Every Saturday, he's in there. I do Saturday afternoon because it's coin day. But I got some lasagna in the oven. I'm going to need to get to that. Yep, see y'all in a bit. There he is. Bye, Ken. Great show as usual. Thanks for coming back, Beth. And was it a comedy? It had to be a comedy to play. Come on, what's she going to do, a tragedy? No. A musical? No. Beth would do a comedy. Tragedy tomorrow, comedy tonight. We talked to Ken Peavey of Lincoln Central, and they probably know 100 times more than me on those. Okay, that's another question further back. I'm going to let you go. It's time for me to use... It was a comedy. See, I told you. Couldn't be anything else. Come on. Yeah, probably an old grumpy guy in there. All right, I'm going to go check the mail. So you stay tuned, and we'll see you guys later. Stay groovy now. Let's see there.